Hey, this is Dean Rogers. Welcome to another episode of Deals with Dean. Today, we got a fun story of trials and tribulations that we had to work through for 6 months to get this property closed. Look forward to sharing the details with you guys. Let's get going. All right, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, I want to share a word from our sponsors. All right, if you are looking for the best data in the business and you want to be able to build lists that are targeted towards motivated sellers and be able to skip trace all in one system, look no further. Go to Propstream. You can get a free trial today if you go to trial.propstreampro.com/Dean. Now, if you're looking for the unanimous undefeated champ as the best SEO optimized website for real estate investors, you got to go check out Carrot.com. Carrot.com is a website that I've used since the very beginning of my business. It's a plug and play, easy to use website if you're wanting to look credible to sellers that are wanting to sell you their house. You want to look credible, so you want to have a legit website that's SEO optimized. If you want to check out Carrot.com, go to carrot.com/Dean. You can look up all the information you're looking for right there. Are you tired of Podio? Are you tired of other CRMs that are just too difficult to set up? Well, I certainly was, and I did my research and finally found Resimply. Resimply is an all-in-one CRM. You manage your leads, your call systems and text systems are all built in. You're able to manage all of your files. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Go to the website, resimply.com/Dean to get more information. You can get a free demo from them to show you exactly how to use the system and why it's going to be beneficial to you. I highly advise, if you're doing a couple deals a month or more, then you got to have a CRM. If you're just starting out, maybe you wait till you get a couple deals to afford it. But boy, if you are underways and you're in this for the long haul, you're going to miss out on deals if you don't have a legit CRM. So check out Resimply. We went all in and are never looking back. Our whole team uses it, and it has made us more money by having the insights to all the KPIs we have, know where to focus our marketing spend, be able to stay on track of managing our leads and not letting them slip through the cracks. And I hope it provides the same value to you. All right, in today's episode, we had a deal that we thought was going to be dead several times, but we were persistent and got it done at the end of the day. So a little backstory on this one. This is a manufactured home that was burnt down and was completely rebuilt. So you couldn't even tell it was a manufactured home, which typically has a certain look to it that is a little less appealing. This looked like a full-blown house, all new, modern, up-to-code foundation and structure, and the finishes on the inside. It was a beautifully done house. Now, this property was a rental that the seller had for several decades. They had low rents, and they were just ready to sell it at this point. Once we got it under contract, we sent it out to our list of buyers and quickly had it sold for about a $30,000 or $35,000 profit, looking like it was going to be a great deal. Now, the day just before closing, the buyer called me and said his insurance guy realized at the last minute that it was an actual mobile home and they weren't going to be able to insure it. So the buyer said, "Sorry, bud, I got to pull the plug. We'll catch you on the next one." So we turned around and sent it back out to our buyers and quickly found a buddy who was willing to buy the property, but at a lower price. We were only looking to make about $15,000 with this new price that we had with the new buyer. Then another issue arose in the situation where we came to find out that there was not a 433A recorded on the property. Now, if you have a mobile home or a manufactured home, a 433A is essentially what needs to be recorded on the property that confirms that a city inspector inspected the foundation and confirmed it was, in fact, on a permanent foundation. Now, if you are selling it to a home buyer at the end of the day who's going to buy it at market value, retail price, and is getting a loan, in order for them to qualify for the loan and close on it, the bank's going to require that any such property has a 433A recorded on it. So what's next? So we went to the city and we asked them if they could confirm it was on permanent foundation. They confirmed it was on a permanent foundation, but there was no 433A. So kind of a weird situation that they didn't know what to do and we didn't know what to do. So we just had to keep pursuing it and pushing through, persevering. And at the end of the day, we had escrow get involved with their city relationships and finally had the city inspector scheduled to go out and inspect the property. Now, by this time, the buyer that was our buddy who was interested in buying it, it had already been several months and he just was no longer interested and didn't figure we were going to be able to get it figured out. So that buyer had moved along. Well, again, we finally and eventually got the city inspector to inspect the property, confirm that it was on a permanent foundation, and provided the necessary documentation for escrow to record that 433A as our new buyer was purchasing the property. So we sent the property back out knowing that it was now going to be more valuable that we had this 433A in place. We sent it out and within 2 minutes, we had a buyer immediately lock in the property, wanted it, no questions asked. We made it clear about the 433A and the situation, no problems, wanted to close on it as soon as possible. So we proceeded forward, got it closed at a higher price than the previous buyer for a total of $25,000 on the assignment fee. So at the end of the day, we were able to get this property closed just under 6 months for a $25,000 property. And what was important throughout this whole process, a good lesson, is that we kept really clear communication with the seller to let them know exactly what was going on. And for each buyer, we had ended up a total of 3 buyers that we were working with throughout this process. We were really clear on where we were at and what the expectations were. Now, the icing on the cake with this one was it was another Friends with Benefits deal. Now, if you remember, Friends with Benefit deals are deals where we have other investors bring us deals, whether it's already under contract or just a qualified lead that they have. In this case, it was a qualified lead. We took it, we got it under contract, we dealt with all of the title and the escrow and the buyer challenges from start to finish for a total of 6 months. And our buddy kind of sat back and waited for updates. And at the end of the day, was able to put $12,500 in his pocket because we split the deal 50-50. We were more than happy to demonstrate the value that we brought and see the deal from start to finish, because essentially it's a free deal for us, and the other investor is excited because not only is it a whole lot less effort and work, but he also had the confidence to know that we were going to be selling it for top dollar to our awesome buyers, and it's a win-win for everybody. So I hope this video was helpful and encourages you to go out there, persevere, get after it, take action. Until next time, peace.